listen, we always know the way things work in our media industry. And that is when a team that has Super Bowl aspirations, or let's just say has been to the last 3 Super Bowls, begins to struggle in a way that gives one pause that they're going to continue to be Super Bowl worthy, and they lose a football game, you talk about that team and not the team that's won. That's the way you normally start. But I am well aware of the people of Duval County and their sensitivities when it comes to all that. Certainly when every single time when I used to be on Twitter, I would look down while hosting an NFL draft and see massive complaints that we're always going to a break when the Jaguars are on the clock.
Duval.
There's a lot of sensitivities down there, and I understand. I get it. So I'm going to start this program talking about the team that won on Monday Night Football, despite the fact everyone's wondering what in the heck is happening with the 2-3 Kansas City Chiefs. 13 penalties and a pick 6 by Patrick Mahomes. Well, one team was playing well enough on defense and on special teams and on offense to create those 13 penalties to be thrown, whether they were all valid or not. And one did come up with a pick 6, Patrick Mahomes, 99 yards to say the least with Devin Lloyd, and 4 of his interceptions leading the league right now because these Jacksonville Jaguars are taking the football away and scoring points, and in back-to-back weeks go out to Santa Clara, California, and beat the San Francisco 49ers, hand them their first loss of the season, and then come back and tell the Kansas City Chiefs, who are up 14-0 in this game, you haven't turned the corner just yet, have you? And that's the Jacksonville Jaguars, who are at 4-1, tied with the Indianapolis Colts through 5 weeks atop the AFC South that everybody thought the Jaguars would be in the bottom half of with the Tennessee Titans.
Let's get them all. Let's hit them all now while we got the muscle.
And what they have is muscle. I understand Trevor Lawrence scored twice with his legs last night, including a mind-boggling 1-yard run to finish it, which we'll get to in a second. But the Jacksonville Jaguars defense is lights out. And what they are is the best in the National Football League at taking the football away. Now, 14 takeaways through 5 weeks. That's 14 takeaways. That's 2 touchdowns and an extra point worth of takeaways, including that 99-yard pick 6, the longest pick 6 by a linebacker in the history of National Football League regular season action. Notice I had to parse it with regular season.
Yeah, I was just about to say.
I was waiting to see
Our Wednesday guest and my colleague with whom I'll be calling the next 2 London games, Kurt Warner. Every single time he thinks he's out, James Harrison pulls him back in.
See, Kurt had nothing to do with this.
He had nothing to do with Devin Lloyd stepping in front of that pass that Patrick Mahomes was intending for a touchdown to cap off a long drive of his own to Juju Smith-Schuster. No, Devin Lloyd steps in front and takes it 99 yards. The distance in a Matrix-type run where you thought he's going to get caught. He's definitely not that fast. He's definitely not getting in the end zone. Oh, wait a minute, just like James Harrison did to Kurt in Super Bowl 43. So
Kurt catching strays.
I don't know. I think Kurt was calling the game for Westwood One. We'll ask him when he's on his usual Wednesday spot on Wednesday's show.
Flashbacks.
The only team to have more takeaways through 5 games in franchise history was the famed 2017 Jacksonville Jaguars. Remember that?
Oh, yeah.
4 games with 3 or more takeaways in 2024 already. By the way, 4 games with 3 or more takeaways in 2024. They're pretty great this year. Pardon me, not 2024. They're great on defense so far. We'll see if they can sustain it. Same thing with Trevor Lawrence. He played one of his he played his best game this season. And he wasn't perfect. He was not perfect. One interception though shouldn't have happened. There was a defensive pass interference call not called on the Chiefs. Yeah. Don't say anything, Chris. You can give voice to everybody out there. Cooper was screaming and yelling about that one because he thinks the Chiefs have the refs in their back pocket, just like many other people. I don't know why I'm raising a conspiracy theorist in our household.
I don't know how
that happened. But Trevor Lawrence last night, 18 of 25, 221 pass yards, a pass touchdown, that interception, and, ups and downs. But at the end of the game, in the fourth quarter, with the game on the line and the Chiefs having just scored the go-ahead touchdown to make it a game in which the Jaguars had to score a touchdown themselves in order to win. Field goal no good, so that you couldn't have Cam Little setting up from Brandon Aubrey range to try and win this thing. And he marches down the field, a 33-yard dot to Brian Thomas Jr.
What a throw.
On the sideline on 3rd and 7 with 1:01 to go is as good as it gets.
Maybe his best throw ever.
Well, and then he followed up with a De'Ami Brown ball as, an out
On
route.
the other side, yeah.
That was remarkable as well. And then the one that we'll all be talking about. This is going to be one of those, when we see at NFL Honors at the Super Bowl, a montage of plays of the season. We'll see this one where Trevor Lawrence goes down. No timeouts left. 38 seconds to go. His guard steps on his foot. He's on the ground. He's stumbling around like he's, had too much to drink, looking for his keys on the ground. And he finally rights himself and then runs in the end zone.
Whoa.
And gives the Jaguars that touchdown they needed to take the lead on the Chiefs with just 20-some-odd seconds to go. And in so doing, by the way, joins only one other player with 2 or more rushing touchdowns on a Monday Night Football game on his birthday. I know that's a very interesting subset because it was his 26th birthday. He 16 turned 26 last night. The only other player to have 2 rushing touchdowns or more in a Monday night game on his birthday, wait for it, is named Bo Jackson.
Oh, wow.
That's what Trevor Lawrence did on Monday night. Yes, sir. Blown out the candles. So.
That's pretty sick.
Cue Trevor Lawrence talking about that play after the game in victory.
Yeah, we had a good goal line play that we liked off a little play action, and but never got to see it because I was going down as I came out of the center. So, I just panicked, honestly, because I was trying to get up. I was just hoping, no one was near me when I got up at that point because I needed a second to get up and just throw the ball away. I couldn't stay down because we didn't have timeouts. So, whatever I could do to just get up as fast as possible, and I ended up tripping again. So that was great. I'm sure it looks pretty funny on the tape. So, but yeah, what a crazy finish.
It makes sense because the rest of America was tripping watching it. That's for sure. That was wild.
Yeah.
I might have said, holy ass, he scored. You can ask Susie when she's sitting in this chair hosting the show on Thursday. I believe that's what I said in a direct quote. Cooper in the room and everybody else. Listen, the question is, how sustainable is this moving forward? 4-1, you are what you are, and the Jacksonville Jaguars are tied for first in the AFC South. And their next game is against Seattle at home. And then I see them calling a game against the Rams in Wembley Stadium, their home stadium, if you will, in London before a bye week. And then they start getting into the meat of their division lineup, including a massive game week 10 at Houston. They could sweep the Texans and really do some damage for them. And the Indianapolis Colts games don't start until week 14, week 17. So there's a lot of games down the road that they're going to have to win, including the ones to set them up for success to even win their division, if not conference. Don't forget, they were set up to win the conference a couple years ago when Trevor Lawrence turned his ankle, and then everything started to change on a Monday night against Cincinnati, and Jake Browning, by the way, that started going south. Doug Peterson no longer there. It really went south from that moment where all they had to do was win, and they'd be in a position to win the conference a couple years ago. But they're talented, man. They are talented. They've got defensive players buzzing everywhere. Travis Hunter made 2 circus catches last night. One just leaping as a 50-50 ball, and then another one with yards after the catch looking like he was in the Matrix. And in winning close games, this is what Liam Cohen, the head coach, was pointing out at the podium.
Get up, break 3 tackles or whatever it was, 2 tackles, and shed some dude off and go running in the end. That's an unbelievable individual effort. Yeah, we'd love it to be cleaner. It's a goofy finish, but what a tough moment for him to be able to say, he wasn't going to lose. And that's kind of really what it comes down to. He wasn't going to lose, and he made an unbelievable individual effort that hopefully can continue to springboard us.
Yeah. It's the sort of stuff. And then winning close games against a Chiefs team that used to do that.
It wasn't perfect by any means, but the resiliency is really what I think this team has and has continued to show. There was really no flinch or blink when you're down 14-0. Huge win. Huge win for us, especially with the one-score game thing, right? That team has historically won the majority of their one-score games, something that obviously was a struggle for this team last year, and proud of the guys.
So Jacksonville wins that game, and they should feel proud about themselves. As I said, let's see how sustainable it is moving forward. But you are what you are, which is a team that is dominant in taking away the football on defense without much of a pass rush that we saw last night, and opportunistic on offense if Trevor Lawrence is playing like that. If you told me that Travis Etienne would be struggling and, and Mahomes would not have much of a pass rush in his face, and they would score like as many points as they did with almost 500 yards of offense, I'd say Jacksonville's in trouble. But the great equalizer is taking the ball away, opportunistic, and then having big moments from your quarterback. Mm-hmm. Hey, you made it all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Check us out every single day streaming live on Disney Plus and the ESPN app 12 to 3 Eastern.